Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Freedom of speech allows ideas to compete not through silence, but through expression. In a democracy, voices shape the future. The Second Amendment has limits. Federal law bans felons from possessing firearms. Courts continue to debate whether lifetime bans on nonviolent felons are constitutional under Heller and Bruin. The Second Amendment protects your right to carry a handgun in public for self-defense. In New York State Rifle and Pistol Association Bruin 2022, the Supreme Court struck down May-issue licensing and established the historical tradition test. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Most Americans don't realize this. A felony conviction can permanently strip Second Amendment firearm right. Most Americans don't know this. If you consent to a search, police often don't need a warrant. One word, yes, can waive Fourth Amendment protections instantly. Most Americans don't know the moment you don't feel free to leave, it becomes a seizure. Under Mendenhall, police conduct can trigger Fourth Amendment protection instantly. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Map of Ohio, 1961. Illegally obtained evidence cannot be used in court. This case created the exclusionary rule, strengthening protection against unlawful searches. Most Americans don't know you can waive Fifth Amendment protections by talking too much. Once you start answering questions voluntarily, you may lose the shield of silence. Most Americans don't know this. You must clearly invoke your right to remain silent. Simply staying quiet may not be enough. Courts often require you to say it directly. Most Americans don't know you can waive Fifth Amendment protections by talking too much. Once you start answering questions voluntarily, you may lose the shield of silence. It's not enough to have a lawyer. You have the right to effective counsel. If your defense attorney fails you badly, your Sixth Amendment rights may be violated. Most Americans don't know having a lawyer isn't enough. In Strickland v. Washington, the court created the test for ineffective assistance, meaning bad lawyering can violate the Sixth Amendment and overturn convictions. Most Americans don't know having a lawyer isn't enough. In Strickland v. Washington, the court created the test for ineffective assistance, meaning bad lawyering can violate the Sixth Amendment and overturn convictions. Most Americans don't know the Sixth Amendment includes the right to your chosen attorney. In Gonzalez-Lopez, the court ruled that wrongly denying your lawyer of choice can automatically require a new trial. Most Americans don't know some courtroom errors don't require proving innocence to get relief. In Weaver, Massachusetts, the court ruled certain Sixth Amendment violations can still require a new trial. Greetings, citizens. Let's explore the Seventh Amendment. The Seventh Amendment guarantees a jury trial in civil cases involving money, property, or legal disputes. Ordinary citizens decide outcomes, not just judges. Justice by the people. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. The Seventh Amendment was designed to preserve jury trials in civil disputes. Without juries, civil justice would rely only on judges, removing citizen power. Most Americans don't know this. Bail is not meant to punish you before trial. The Eighth Amendment bans excessive bail that keeps people locked up just because they can't pay. Most Americans don't know the Constitution limits punishment. The Eighth Amendment prohibits cruel and unusual penalties that are extreme or disproportionate to the offense. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Most Americans don't know prison conditions are regulated by the Constitution. Inhumane treatment, neglect, or extreme conditions can violate the Eighth Amendment. Most Americans don't know the Eighth Amendment protects convicted criminals too. Constitutional rights don't disappear after conviction. Treatment still has legal limits. Most Americans don't know executing individuals with intellectual disabilities is unconstitutional. In Atkins v. Virginia, the court ruled it violates the Eighth Amendment's ban on cruel and unusual punishment. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Most Americans don't know this. The Constitution does not limit your rights to what is written in the Bill of Rights. The Ninth Amendment protects unlisted freedoms that still belong to the people. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Most Americans don't know some rights exist even if they aren't written down. The Ninth Amendment ensures that silence in the Constitution does not mean government control over everything. Reserved powers. Most Americans don't know the 10th Amendment is a limit on Washington. If the Constitution doesn't give the federal government a power, that power belongs to the states or the people. Most Americans don't know the federal government cannot order state officers to enforce federal laws. In Prince v. United States, the court blocked federal commandeering of local law enforcement. Most Americans don't know the 11th Amendment can block lawsuits even when citizens believe their rights were violated, because state sovereignty is built into the Constitution. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. The 12th Amendment is the hidden rule book that decides who becomes president when the Electoral College fails to produce a clear winner. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Most Americans don't know the 12th Amendment exists. The election of 1800 created a dangerous deadlock. So dangerous, the Constitution had to be rewritten. Most Americans don't know this. You never directly vote for president. You vote for electors, and those electors decide the president. The 12th Amendment controls that hidden system. Most Americans don't know the 13th Amendment is one of the clearest moral lines in the Constitution. It declares slavery illegal, except when tied to criminal punishment. Most Americans don't know prison labor is not governed like normal employment. Under the 13th Amendment, incarcerated work can be mandated as part of sentencing. This exception allows for forced labor as punishment.
Greetings, citizens. Freedom of speech allows ideas to compete through expression, but most Americans don't know about prison labor. It's not like normal employment. Under the 13th Amendment, incarcerated work can be mandated as part of sentencing.
The prison labor doctrine allows the state to require work after conviction, but only because the 13th Amendment permits involuntary servitude as punishment, not as ownership. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. The 14th Amendment stops states from acting without rules. Every decision affecting your rights must follow lawful procedure, not personal or political discretion. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. The 14th Amendment protects us from government overreach. It ensures fairness, procedure, and legal justification. This ensures our rights are protected fairly. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. The government cannot take your life, liberty, or property without due process. The 14th Amendment forces fairness, procedure, and legal justification before action is taken.
The 14th Amendment guarantees equal protection. That means states cannot treat people differently without a lawful, justified reason under the Constitution.
Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Most Americans don't know the Bill of Rights applies to states through the 14th Amendment. That means state governments are also bound by constitutional limits.
The 14th Amendment stops states from acting without rules. Every decision affecting your rights must follow lawful procedure, not personal or political discretion. Most Americans don't know the 15th Amendment bans denying the right to vote based on race. It was created after the Civil War to protect Black Americans from being blocked from elections. Learn more at the link below. Most Americans don't know the 15th Amendment is a direct constitutional weapon against racial discrimination in elections. It legally declares that voting is a protected civil right. Most Americans don't know the 16th Amendment is the reason the federal government can fund massive programs, wars, infrastructure, and national systems, because it legalized direct income taxation.
Most Americans don't know this case confirmed the modern income tax system. In Brushaber, the Supreme Court upheld Congress's authority to tax income under the 16th Amendment. Most Americans don't know U.S. senators used to be chosen by state legislatures, not voters. The 17th Amendment changed that by creating direct election of senators.
Most Americans don't know the 17th Amendment was passed to fight corruption. Back then, Senate seats could be controlled through bribery and political deals inside state legislatures. The 18th Amendment once banned alcohol nationwide or sell or transport it. But in 1933, the 21st Amendment repealed it, canceling prohibition.
Most Americans don't know the 19th Amendment didn't just allow women to vote, it permanently removed gender as a legal barrier in American elections.
Most Americans don't know the 19th Amendment made women's voting rights a constitutional guarantee. It permanently banned denial of the vote based on sex.
Most Americans don't know the 19th Amendment came after decades of protest and legal battles. It was not granted easily, it was fought for across generations.
Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Most Americans don't know the U.S. used to wait months after elections for power to change. The 20th Amendment fixed this delay in government transitions. Most Americans don't know the 20th Amendment was designed to prevent leadership gaps. It ensures government continues operating smoothly after elections.
20th Amendment quietly fixed one of the biggest problems in U.S. government, how long it takes for elected power to actually take effect.
Most Americans don't know the U.S. used to wait months after elections for power to change. The 20th Amendment fixed this delay in government transitions. This amendment ensures a smooth and timely transfer of power. Most Americans don't know the Constitution limits presidents to 2 terms. The 22nd Amendment makes it illegal to serve more than 8 years in office.
Most Americans don't know the 22nd Amendment is designed to prevent long-term executive control. It ensures no president can hold office indefinitely through repeated elections.
Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Most Americans don't know the 22nd Amendment was passed after Franklin D. Roosevelt served 4 terms. It permanently changed presidential power limits in the United States.
Most Americans don't know D.C. still isn't a state under the Constitution. The 23rd Amendment gives it electoral votes, but not full congressional representation like states have. Most Americans don't know the 23rd Amendment gave Washington, D.C. a voice in presidential elections, but still left it without full statehood power.
Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. The 24th Amendment bans poll taxes in federal elections. Congress shall make no law requiring payment to vote, paid just to cast a ballot.
Most Americans don't know the Constitution protects voting from economic gatekeeping. The 24th Amendment makes elections accessible regardless of income.
Most Americans don't know the right to vote cannot be blocked by fees. The 24th Amendment ensures money cannot be used as a barrier to democracy.
Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Most Americans don't know the Constitution now bans charging money to vote in federal elections. The 24th Amendment made poll taxes illegal.
Most Americans don't know the 24th Amendment permanently removed money as a barrier to voting, making democracy a right, not a paid privilege. Most Americans don't know presidential power can shift instantly without voting. The 25th Amendment allows the vice president to become acting president in emergencies. Most Americans don't know the 25th Amendment includes cases where a president is medically or mentally unable to perform duties. It creates a legal process for temporary transfer of power.
Most Americans don't know presidential power can shift instantly without voting. The 25th Amendment allows the vice president to become acting president in emergencies.
Most Americans don't know the 25th Amendment was created for worst-case scenarios, death, disability, or sudden incapacity. It keeps government stable during leadership collapse. Most Americans don't know the vice president and cabinet can declare a president unable to serve. That triggers a constitutional process of power transfer. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Most Americans don't know the 25th Amendment is America's emergency switch for presidential power, designed to keep the government running even if the president cannot. Most Americans don't know the voting age was once 21. The 26th Amendment lowered it to 18, giving millions of young Americans the right to vote. Most Americans don't know the 26th Amendment is one of the fastest ratified amendments ever. It passed in just months during the Vietnam War era. Most Americans don't know this amendment is about preventing self-enrichment in government. It ensures lawmakers can't profit immediately from their own pay decisions. Most Americans don't know the 27th Amendment is one of the oldest proposed amendments in history. It was originally written in 1789 but not fully ratified until 1992. Most Americans don't know Congress cannot instantly raise its own salary. The 27th Amendment delays any pay change until after the next election. But when you understand it, you don't just live under the system, you actively protect it. The Constitution only stays alive when the people who hold it know how to defend it. The Constitution is not just history, it is your living birthright. It defines your freedoms, limits government power, and protects your voice in every election, courtroom, and law. Most Americans don't know this. The Constitution applies the moment you are born in the United States. Your rights are not granted by government, they are protected by it. The Constitution is your legal birthright. From birth, you inherit protections like speech, due process, and equal protection under the law.
The Bill of Rights is your inherited shield. It activates automatically when you are born under U.S. jurisdiction. Most Americans don't realize rights in the Constitution are not earned, they are recognized at birth. The government's job is to protect them, not create them. Your freedom of speech, religion, and due process begins at birth. The Constitution defines those rights before you ever choose anything. Most Americans don't know citizenship comes with constitutional protections by default. Rights are embedded into your legal identity at birth. I am the mini digital professor. Your rights are not gifts from leaders. They are permanent protections written into the Constitution at the foundation of the nation. The Constitution treats rights as natural and inherent. Government can't create them, it can only respect them. Greetings, citizens. I am the mini digital professor. Most Americans don't know this truth. The Constitution is your legal birthright contract with the government. It defines what cannot be taken from you.